So clearly you don't find Dad scary or intimidating at all.
Of course not.
He's just Dad. That's awesome.
Press play. There's the magic finger. Pressing down. Yeah.
The Wrestling Club with Darren and Brett. We've got a show that you'll never forget.
Greetings, Grapple fans, and welcome once again to WFMU's Wrestling Club, the only club that's for wrestling fans, whether you're casual, obsessed, ashamed, or lapsed, or whatever you are, you're in a good place with friends that care. My name is Darren Mabey. I'm a DJ at WFMU, and I am broadcasting live from my nest in McGinley Square in Jersey City, but I am not alone. I am joined by my tag team partner, the mean Mark to my dangerous Dan from Hollywood, California, Mr. Brett Davis. Brett, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm here in a beautiful Hollywood. I'm enjoying my peach seltzer, and I'm excited. It's Survivor Series weekend.
Oh, that's always good. I love Survivor Series. I have my beverage tonight is a sugar-free Red Bull, which you can pick up at any ShopRite in New Jersey, or really any grocery store. That's right, we're getting sponsored by sugar-free Red Bull. We're actually not sponsored by Red Bull. We're sponsored by an ingredient in Red Bull. So, you know, it's a little, we're playing the long game here, but that's all right.
Yeah, and a big thank you to the people at Taurine.
Yes,
who
yes.
Giving us the energy to podcast with you tonight.
They keep the hair growing where I don't want it to grow.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, a shout out. We never give him a praise, but Steve DeSiena, who made that great intro song, and the vocals by Sir Lanny Poffo. Maybe this is his year for the Hall of Fame.
You know what? I think maybe it is going to be Sir Lanny's year for the Hall of Fame. I don't know about that. I mean, do you think Sir Lanny will get in the WWE Hall of Fame this decade? It could happen. You know, you never know where the wrestling business is going to turn. But I think, I bet you Lanny's in a Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be in a Hall of Fame.
Have you ever, Brett? Have you ever seen that music video? It's in Memphis. And it's Randy and Lanny together, which is rare. You know, Lanny and Randy don't really mix too much past like 1983, but it's like this rock and roll video, and they're in their Speedos, and there's like a close up of Lanny's junk. But Macho Man, it's like Macho Man has his sequins on, he's got his cape, he's rocking and rolling, and then Lanny's got his armor. And it's kind of like this. Have you seen this video? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it off the air.
Yeah. So we have another Lanny Poffo episode that we are siphoning for later, because we've had like two full episodes of our show have been about Lanny Poffo.
I'd say a good 25% of this show of Wrestling Club has been about Lanny Poffo. Now he's in the intro. So Lanny is kind of an unofficial like advisor to the Wrestling Club. He's like a legacy member of Wrestling Club.
Yeah. He's appeared on it twice.
He has. I wonder how he's doing in Ecuador tonight. I'm sure he's having a great time laying flat on his bed.
Flat alone on a beach while it rains.
Yeah, missing Macho Man. But we'll talk about Lanny. I'm sure we're going to be talking about him in the future. I want to remind you tonight, you can join the club by calling the hotline at 732-200-CLUB. We're going to be talking tonight about Survivor Series. We're going to be talking about unionization in professional wrestling. We're going to be talking about AEW. We're going to be talking about, again, we got all kinds of stuff tonight. So give us a call, 732-200-CLUB. We don't have a guest this week. But we have each other. And if you call in, you can be our guest.
That's right. And it would be helpful if you're a notable wrestling celebrity.
Yeah, if you're popular, if you got a lot of friends, if you've got maybe you got some followers, you get some tweets that get retweeted, any of these things. Give us a call. We will gladly siphon off your star power.
And you can follow us at Wrestling Club WFMU on Instagram, at Wrestling_Club_ on Twitter. And again, call in 732-200-CLUB. We were talking, we got a new WWE champion this week.
A new WWE champion. This is unbelievable. Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton on Raw. I watched it. I watched the match, Brett.
So did that make you tune in, or was this just sort of by accident?
You know what? Honestly, it was because of the title match. That's why I watched it. That's why I watched. I wanted to see the title change. I said, you know what? I want to be one of those fans like the old days when the championship meant something. The belt's on the line. I'm tuning in.
I tuned in too, more out of like nothing to do.
Yeah.
And I was watching the show, and I really just don't care for Drew McIntyre that much. And he came out, and he did his opening promo, and he's got his ponytail and his like dumb leather jacket. And I was
what, dumb? Well,
yeah,
I guess it's less dumb than when he wore later on his like emotionally charged kilt.
Well, I was like, this guy's got really nothing going. It's better than the Jeff Jarrett robe that he usually wears.
Yeah.
But then famous, he says, I've done some digging and I found your Scottish heritage, and he gives him a kilt and a sword, which is actually Vince McMahon's sword.
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah, Triple H and Stephanie got Vince McMahon a sword for Christmas one year for his birthday.
And Vince hated it. Hated it.
I think Vince loved it, which is why his champion carries a sword.
Oh. Well,
but he shows up with and he's got a kilt and he's got a sword and he's got fire, and I was like, okay, you've kept him a little more interesting for this week, but he's about to head up against the cool tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
The chief. I love Roman. I've always been a Roman fan, though. I always felt bad for him. I always thought he got a real raw deal. Always had the worst feuds, matches at the worst times, but I like Roman Reigns, and I like this match. I'm not so negative on Drew McIntyre. Now, do I think he's cool? No. Do I think he's got a lot? The facial hair is not great. The leather jacket, it's not making him as cool as he hopes it is.
Yeah.
But as a wrestler, he's cool. I love the big kick he does. I love his. I think he's good. I just think he's bland. But
yeah,
as a babyface going against a cool heel, I'm willing to give it a shot.
Like, Roman's the only great main roster thing going on right now, and I think that's Paul Heyman's fingerprints, and I think it's because they're, for once, tying into the history, and like we had Keith Elliott Greenberg last week talking about it's cool to see the Wild Samoans there, and
oh yeah, no, that you know what? After Keith brought that up to me, I went back, and I'll admit I haven't watched every hour of WWE television this year. It was kind of depressing earlier in the year. But I went back and watched all the Uso stuff and the Roman stuff and the Tribal Chief, and it really is good.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's in that vacuum of the Thunderdome, which will soon be at Tropicana Field or something.
Oh, you think they're gonna have a pirate ship?
I think they might have a big orange that they come out of.
Oh, cool, great.
So we're leaving the traditional Thunderdome. We're going to a Thunderdome field, Thunderfield. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see if they try to squeeze fans in there or anything, but
there's gonna be fans. There gotta be. They're done. They're not playing these games anymore. They got to get those fans in there. But
this Sunday is the Survivor Series, one of the big four.
the big four.
Run down the match card. We got Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre.
Love it.
Excited. Yeah,
I'm
excited.
You know, I thought I was excited for it, and then I realized it was non-title, and now I'm just like, eh. I mean, it's cool. I think it'll be a good match. I think the placing is good, but
Here's what I don't understand about this Survivor Series, and they've done it for the past few years. They have a show called Clash of the Champions, or Clash of Champions, or whatever, and that's not when they have the Champions Clash. They do that at Survivor Series, which already has a built-in gimmick, but then they make that all about like brand supremacy, which is two words that are gross, that are
and it just turns into a like t-shirt match, and it's like a elementary school field day event.
Yeah, they had Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, and they had to wear their like Raw SmackDown t-shirts.
It's like the ugliest. It's like the Crayola blue and the Crayola red, and it's so bad. You know, you think that they would have gotten rid of that by now. Like, how hard could it be to just have the SmackDown team wear like blue gear and the Raw team wear red gear? I mean, that would be honestly, that would be cool. I love a little bit of uniformity in these teams. I like teams that look like teams.
What they want the fans to go to ShopZone and buy their favorite brands colors, and then they could wear it while watching Survivor.
Well, you know, Brett, considering how we're dressed right now, we are wearing our favorite brands. You're wearing your favorite radio show, and I'm wearing my favorite part-time job I ever had in my life at Tata's Pizza right here.
Shout out to Tata's in New Brunswick.
I hope Andy's doing good. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Survivor Series was always one of my favorite pay-per-views. Maybe my favorite pay-per-view. I love the teams. I loved the names of the teams. The old school Survivor Series where it was always 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 matches, and you'd get a team like Jim Duggan. He'd have the 2x4s, and they'd all come out carrying a board, and it'd be like, okay, they're a team. They got the same gimmick. Maybe it's Bret Hart carrying a 2x4. It's kind of weird, but I'll go with it. At least they're trying to be a team, right? Now it's something. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, Survivor Series has been a disappointment pretty much every year. There was that one year, was that 2016, where it was like Dolph Ziggler was like the big baby face, and he like had the big match, and whatever, like that was like wasn't that an elimination match? Was not like a Raw and SmackDown match, and it was good.
Sting came back.
Is that when Sting came back? Oh boy, that's a while ago.
That was a while ago. It was 2014, I think. I liked. What's your favorite traditional Survivor Series team?
Oh boy.
I'll go with mine. I remember being at Blockbuster Video and seeing this on the back of a VHS tape. It was Ultimate Warrior, Kerry Von Erich, and Legion of Doom. And I was like, wow, if you merged Kerry Von Erich and the Legion of Doom, you'd get the Ultimate Warrior.
True.
I thought they were cool. They took on Mr. Demolition. I like a team where it's like a clear leader and minions.
I like that. I'm trying to think. There's that weird team that was like Lex Luger, the Steiner brothers, and a colonial American Undertaker with his weird American flag coat.
Yeah.
That was a weird one.
Taking on a team of foreigners that included Crush, who was from Hawaii.
Well, I mean, going by Undertaker's flag, Hawaii would have been a foreign country at that time. So I don't know. But thinking it back to, God, my favorite Survivor Series matches were those big, like, 20-man tag team matches where they had, like, the Conquistadors and the Killer Bees and the British Bulldogs and the Hart Foundation and Demolition and all those teams and the Rougeaus. I really like those teams. I remember who was on the Visionaries. I remember thinking that was a cool team, or maybe I just thought their name was cool. I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna.
If you have a favorite Survivor Series team, call in 732-200 Club.
Yeah, that's the number.
I want to say Rick Martel.
It was definitely Rick Martel. It was Hercules, Paul Roma, Rick Martel, and the Warlord. And the thing was, they all wore cool like glasses, except the Warlord, who just had the weird thing on his face. But it kind of made sense. I think so, because Rick Martel was the team captain, and I just I like that team. You know what team was really good too? I just watched this pay-per-view back. Was the 1995 Survivor Series, and it opens with a match that is like such a jobber opening match, and I thought it was like gonna be sad, but it was actually a great match. It's the Underdogs, which is always a great name for a team. It shows you have a lot of confidence in them. It was Marty Jannetty, Hakushi, Barry Horowitz, and Bob Holly against the Body Donnas, which was Skip, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Rad Radford, and the 1-2-3 Kid. And it was a fantastic match. It was like it was actually like unbelievable. Like they were doing moonsaults and they were doing dives, and it was like a high spot match with all these like Smoky Mountain wrestlers.
This is pre-Zip Tom Pritchard?
It's pre-Zip. Yeah, this is Heavenly Body Tom Pritchard. So it's definitely a weird match. I mean, you get Barry Horowitz in there, who's not great, but Marty Jannetty's looking great. 1-2-3 Kid just turned heel, so he's like kind of trying a new thing. And then there's Skip and Rad Radford. Do you remember their storyline?
I don't remember that.
Oh, well, they weren't feuding.
Rad Radford was Louis Spicoli?
Louis Spicoli doing a grunge rock gimmick. And
who was your favorite? I've seen the picture of you as a teenager.
Oh, I mean, I was young. Love Rad Radford. But the storyline was Rad wanted to become a Body Donna. So he's like working out, and like in the middle of the match, he's like, hey, look at my cool push-ups. And he gets rolled up and he loses. So, but it's a great match.
Some advice to the people in these Survivor Series matches: you can't gloat too much because action will come at you from any angle.
Any angle. Boy, I'm looking.
We got Team Raw versus Team SmackDown.
Oh, fun! I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. But I want to guess who's on these teams. I'm not gonna look. Let's see. On Raw, I'm going with my team captain is going to be Braun Strowman.
Nope.
No. Oh, boy.
But he's on the team.
He's on the team. Okay, well, he's on the team. Where's Baron? Is he on SmackDown? I don't even know. I have no idea where these wrestlers are. Didn't they just have a draft 2 weeks ago?
We got Corbin is on Smack. That's the thing. They do the draft, and then they're like, now we get to see all these people collide. And it's like, well, we've seen them collide. They were just on each other's shows.
Oh, so dumb.
Team Raw's captain is AJ Styles.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. It's AJ. Sheamus?
Sheamus is on. Braun.
Oh, boy.
And
Dolph?
we got two former people. Nope, not Dolph. We got Keith Lee.
Oh.
And we got Riddle.
Wait, Riddle?
Yes.
Oh, Matt Riddle. Now just Riddle.
No, Riddle.
You think they're going to put an R at the end of his name at some point?
Honestly, at this point, why not?
Imagine if he was just like a kooky Riddler guy. Just like give him a doink gimmick. What the heck?
But hey, Riddler's going to be in the next Batman movie, so this could be.
No, Brett, we got to watch out. We're talking about superheroes on a wrestling podcast. This is going to be very bad for us socially.
It's already bad for my social life.
Yeah, it's not going great.
The thing about the name Riddle is it really reminds me that he is probably a very bad person.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's why they took the name Matt Riddle away from him. Because if you Google Matt Riddle, all that comes up is the allegations against him.
You know, I'm not gonna like disagree with your point of view there. I understand that this kind of, you know,
This is not my point of view.
Yeah, but hold on. But they've been taking first names away from wrestlers for years now. I mean, so I don't know if I buy. I mean, I heard the rumor, but you know what? I don't know if I buy that.
If you Google Riddle,
what comes up?
Anything?
Nothing about his.
Yeah, but it does come up with what has to be broken before you can use it.
Spirit.
An egg.
Oh, wow. Cool. Let's do. You know what? Wrestling. You know what? Call us up 732-200 Club and give us a riddle, and we'll just talk. We'll try to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Steve Perkins, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and a TBD member to be named this evening.
Who do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be?
I don't know. It might have happened
Hogan?
already.
You think it's going to be Hogan?
We are changing our recording time to not go up against.
Yeah, we should address that. We are going to be changing our day to Thursday, but this week it's been, well, I had to build a studio, and we're in a pandemic, and my delivery of my thing, it doesn't matter. But next week, it's all built. We're doing much better. It's going to be a new schedule starting next week. We're not going to be going head to head with SmackDown. What's on Thursday? Is there any wrestling shows on Thursdays? Are we going up against NWA or something?
We'll be going up against Miz and Mrs. And
that's my God. Well, you know what? We're going to have to find another day, because I watched 2 episodes of Mrs. Mrs. this week, and they got a lot of funny stuff going on right now.
Yeah. So we got those 2 teams. As for the women's match, we've got Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce, and Lana, who for 3 straight or for like 10 straight weeks.
She's been put through the table 8 times, which honestly, I love that gimmick. I know it's not good, but it's funny. And if I'm watching Raw and can feel anything, it's a success to me. Mm-hmm. So Nia Jax I don't know. It's sad. I kind of feel bad for Lana, but at the same time, I don't really feel that bad for her.
You know, Lana's athletic. She's very attractive, but not so great in the ring. So this gives you a reason to stay tuned to the end of her match. To see her get to the table.
She gets hurt.
By anti-masker Nia Jax.
She doesn't wear that mask.
Team SmackDown is Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and 2 members TBD. I'll keep an eye on the WWE official Twitter to see if anybody new is coming in.
Who do you think? You think it's going to be? You think it's going to be Rhea Ripley?
Well, Chelsea Green just debuted.
Her arm's broken. She broke her arm.
Oh, that's right.
Immediately. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who is in NXT that they don't care.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking let's throw a curveball and let's bring out a legend. And I'm not talking any legend. I'm talking a glamorous legend. Glamour girl Judy Martin. That's who I'm picking.
That would be. I remember Survivor Series '96. It was like just when I didn't have cable growing up, so I watched WWF Superstars every week, and then when that moved to USA, I had no WWF until I realized that like PAX showed Shotgun Saturday Night. And they had a match, and I had a friend that went to Survivor Series and came back with the match card on paper, like what do you get at the souvenir stand, and it was Diesel, Farouk, Razor Ramon, and Vader versus Flash Funk, Jimmy Snuka, Savio Vega, and Yokozuna.
Wait a second, hold on. Are you saying Diesel and Razor Ramon jumped?
That's what I thought. I said that can't be. And Jimmy Snuka's back. And
Were you a big Snuka fan as a kid? Were you a big Snuka fan?
No, but I remember adults liking him, so I knew there was like something I was missing. I remember like old people I'd talk to that watched wrestling would be like, "I love that Jimmy Superfly Snuka." And
What old people were you talking to about wrestling?
I don't know, anybody that would listen.
Yeah, I know
They
that.
got Intercontinental versus U.S. Champion Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. I hope they don't squash Sammy in 10
Sammy's
seconds.
done. Sammy's done. Sorry, Sammy.
He had tweeted this week, I hear that as United States champion, Bobby Lashley is working on a new finishing move called the American Way, where he sets up a base on my property, destroys my home, as his friends take whatever is left. Then says he did it for freedom and makes me out to be the bad guy.
I love Sammy so much.
I love him too. He just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
No, he doesn't. And he shouldn't, because he has to, I don't know.
We got a tag team champ match, The New Day versus the Street Profits. Just a spoiler right now, The New Day is appearing. They're crossing the line. They're appearing on SmackDown as we speak.
Wow.
I don't know. They're two similar guys. Biggie called them Great Value New Day.
Oh,
It's
cool.
like, all right. I hope they have a fun match.
I think it's kind of fun. I don't think it's going to be that great. I think both teams are a little overrated, in my opinion. I think they're great. I think they're great acts, and I think they're great parts of the show. You know, they're like a great part of the show. But neither one has had the New Day had a story. I mean, they've had storylines, but I don't really feel like either one of these teams ever gets enough. I shouldn't, it's not that they're overrated. I just think that they're kind of stuck. They're kind of positioned where they're positioned, and they don't really get much. Like the Street Profits don't really have feuds, do they? I mean, they haven't feuded with anybody had a significant feud.
You missed about 20 weeks of them going bowling with the War Raiders.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking. So they were doing that kind of stuff, which is fine, but I'm going to skip through it. It's not going to make me excited for their tag team match.
For sure. And then finally, the two top women in the company, Asuka and Sasha Banks, who's hot off of her Star Wars debut.
Cool.
I'll keep that to a minimum, knowing superhero talk was a bit slippery slope.
That's I'm just trying to watch out for you.
But yeah, Sasha Banks, her star is on the rise, and I think they should really not mess it up this time.
Oh yeah, Sasha is the star. She is the one that they should be. She should be the one having, she should be who they build to for WrestleMania for a main event or a top spot, top match, whatever. I think she's ready. I mean, she's always been ready. Sasha's always been the best, in my opinion. She's always been the best wrestler of the in the women's division, I think. I mean, people love Charlotte. I mean, I guess there's Asuka. Asuka's amazing. But I remember, Sasha back in NXT, she had like William Regal level, technical wrestling ability. She was always pulling out cool submissions. She always had great heat. Her match, the famous match she had with Bayley in 2015 was the best wrestling match I've ever seen live. And I think this is her year. I think she's ready for the big push that really she's never had on the main roster.
Yeah. I mean, she's had all those milestone matches in her feud with Charlotte, but
Of course.
It's been kind of undercooked. So maybe they can give her the Becky push, build up both of those two, have Becky come back. That's, a major main event if they do it right.
I agree.
One person that would be in the main event of WrestleMania is Zelina Vega from Wrestling Inc. Thea Trinidad, aka Zelina Vega, was released last week from her WWE contract, mainly due to WWE's new edict on the end of unauthorized third-party content with sites such as Twitch and Cameo. She and others like Paige have tweeted about unionization in recent weeks. Vega posted a tweet that said she supports unionization in wrestling right before her WWE departure was made public last week. Vega had talks with the Screen Actors Guild on Wednesday.
Did you? So I read the Observer this week, and Meltzer had a bunch of stuff on this that didn't come out initially. As we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago, WWE banned their superstars from being on Twitch and being on Cameo and all these third-party sites, and it's been controversial. Andrew Yang's been talking about it. It's been like kind of a news thing in wrestling. Are they going to unionize? Blah 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 blah. But Zelina, so WWE says you're off Twitch, you're off Cameo, we're not doing it anymore. And Zelina immediately went and started an OnlyFans, kind of saying, well, fuck you, I make more money on these third-party sites than I do wrestling for you. And when you think about it, they don't get pay-per-view money anymore. They're not getting house show money anymore. How big is Zelina Vega's guarantee? It's probably not that much, all things considered. And when she got fired last week, she was at Titan. She was in Stamford. She was at Titan Tower. And she requested a meeting with Vince McMahon, and Vince said, I don't want to meet with you. And they escorted her out of the building, and that was it. So kind of bad, it doesn't feel great. But they're really cracking down, and I wonder where it's going to go.
Yeah, I could see her going to AEW to be the repository for people unfairly pulled out of WWE. But also I could see her, she's a great actor, a performer. She loves her like cosplay world stuff for Twitch. I think she's got a lot of opportunities. It's not like,
yeah. Well, I think she's, a huge part of this story, but I think the bigger story here is where does this unionization, where does this employee classification go? This is something everybody's been talking about for years. I'm sure we're going to be talking about it eventually. We talked about 1985 next week. At some point, we're going to do 1986. And that's when Jesse Ventura tries to organize the wrestlers right before WrestleMania 2 to try to bargain with Vince McMahon to try to get a better deal for the wrestlers. And I recommend you check out the Observer this week. Dave's got a history of wrestling unionization attempts going back to the 60s. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Speaking of unions, there's a brand new union about to happen. Alexa Bliss just got engaged to 2000 singer-songwriter Ryan Cabrera.
Aww.
Ryan Cabrera will soon be a married man. This is from Page 6. Over the weekend, the I Will Remember You crooner, 38, announced his engagement to WWE superstar Alexa Bliss, who revealed the proposal took place 1 year after the couple first met. Were you a big Ryan Cabrera fan?
I always patterned my look and my attitude after Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah.
I was never successful. Terrible at it.
Blowout hair.
Yeah. Just a nice, wholesome sexuality, vaguely muscled, but still scrawny. Yeah, this is how I saw myself. But, Ryan, good for him, good for Alexa. It's kind of a shame that he's marrying her now, considering she's a freak.
Yeah.
I had not seen, so I don't always watch every week Raw or SmackDown or whatever, but I did watch Raw this week, and this was the first time I've seen Alexa Bliss and The Fiend together, or Bray Wyatt together, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Just watching Alexa Bliss, that she's having fun. So I don't want to say I hate it, because I don't hate Alexa Bliss. I don't hate Bray Wyatt. I don't know, but they're just like, all right, Alexa, go be weird. And, she's just like a cheerleader from the Midwest, right? So, like, her idea of being weird is like, it's just
smiling harder.
Yeah, a hard smile, a little bit of a laugh, and like she like stood on the ringside barricade weirdly, like just standing weirdly. I don't know.
Standing weirdly.
Where does it go? Where does that go?
It's something.
Do you think they're gonna get Ryan to get in the Firefly Funhouse? Have him show up, maybe but give him a puppet or something. I don't know. I think that could be pretty interesting. Ryan Cabrera is just right in their wheelhouse. He was popular 15 years ago. And that's kind of one of the most important things if you want to be on WWE as a musician.
He's very good friends with the Miz.
That's
how they.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It's anything's better than like, Alexa, you need to stop this. He's in your mind.
Oh,
which has been going on every week for months.
Is that been see now because I haven't watched every week, I saw that and I was like, oh, this is like a good twist here. That's nice. She's gonna laugh at her friend, and I did not see the slap coming. Did not see it. Nope. But yeah, not great. Not great. I guess they ran out of ideas for that character again.
Who's not running out of ideas? AEW. I think they're getting their ideas from us because 2 Brawloween Award winners.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. This has to be building to the debut of Ralphus Jr. right here. My dental health, not so great. Once these fall out, but we'll see.
I just can't take the hammer to him.
Well, I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Dennis Living Wrestler Award winner, Darby Allin is the new TNT champion. Gangrel made his surprise return. This might be a spoiler, but our Best Witch Award winner, The Godfather, is going to be appearing at Survivor Series along with Savio Vega and Kurt Angle and a bunch of Undertaker's weird.
Who did not win any awards.
No. We also, in the past few weeks, we've had the return of Pac, who seems to be heading in a feud with Eddie Kingston and reunited with Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. I know his name.
Isn't it Penton El Zero Miedo? Isn't it something like that?
Something like that.
Ah, boy. No, it's a Penta NL Zero. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. MJF joined this inner circle, and they cavorted around Las Vegas.
They got drunk.
It was cute.
Yeah.
Some bad comedy mixed in with some good attempts at comedy. It could have used without seeing Hornswoggle as like the baby that they found. Aren't we past that? And the Young Bucks are the new tag champions. And Jon Moxley revealed that him and Renee Paquette are having a baby in the middle of a CZW style promo that he filmed in a closet.
Aww. That's very cute.
Good promo though.
Yeah.
A promo that is just really a whole pattern for another week. Because this week is being dominated by The Undertaker. Specifically Normcore Mark Calloway.
Oh yeah, no, The Undertaker has finally he's resting in peace, and in his place is Mark.
Yeah, The Undertaker is being honored at the Survivor Series, and we've got some huge updates about him this week. WWE legend The Undertaker has joined Cameo in celebration of his 30th anniversary and final farewell at Survivor Series this Sunday, capping off the Phenom's legendary 30-year career. Beginning today, Undertaker is available for 30 limited edition personalized video messages, which he will fulfill at Survivor Series. And these will only cost you $1,000.
Oh, you know what? We got to get that wrestling club budget expanding.
So do we have to use fundraiser money
I don't see why not. You know what? I don't see. I'll talk to Ken. I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna just write "Say All Lives Matter" or say "Black Lives Matter."
Well, I mean, that's your.
Like,
that's...
not any, like, I don't want you to say anything but the words "Black Lives Matter."
He'll say it. He don't care.
I don't know.
Maybe he does a little bit.
He loves that thin blue line shirt and that
sure
thin
does.
black ponytail braid that he has.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, God.
The Undertaker has teamed up with another well-respected legend in his own field, Snoop Dogg, for a special capsule collection of merch releasing exclusively via the WWE shop today. The collab includes T-shirts, a hoodie, beanie, and posters fusing the worlds of The Undertaker and Snoop Dogg, with graphics like vintage rap T-shirt inspired collages and hearse lowriders. The hip-hop legend is celebrating an anniversary of his own. His classic album Doggy Style, released 27 years ago on November 23rd.
You think Undertaker and Snoop Dogg ever smoked weed together?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Maybe. But, I mean, you know what? Undertaker and Godfather are, they're bros, they're homies. So I'm saying maybe, I don't know. I know Undertaker, he's more of a drinker, I think. I think he's more of a...
Yeah, Snoop Dogg says, it's only right we team up for this collaboration to celebrate both of our reigns as the original Dead Man and the original Gangsta. I don't know anybody that's ever called him the original, the OD.
Oh, boy.
He also, this week, made his first TikTok.
I saw that. It's not his first time on TikTok. He's also been on his daughter's TikTok before.
Okay, cool. Kaya?
Yes, Kaya. Yep.
He also appeared on Hot Ones and on the pages of People magazine. How do you feel about a Republican dad, Undertaker?
I've been thinking about it. He's a guy that really lucked out because, this is Undertaker week. It's 30 years of the Dead Man. They're celebrating it at Survivor Series. So I decided I'd go back and watch some pre-Undertaker Mark Calloway matches, some Mean Mark matches, some Punisher Dice Morgan and New Japan matches. And, you watch it and you're just like, this is like a big guy. He's real talented, really athletic, but he's boring. And then, he becomes the Undertaker. He gets the gimmick. He's got Paul Bearer. He's protected and pushed for 20 years. He's got the streak. And, it really suited him. It was really a good idea to keep him, to keep him under the black hat, to give him the dog and pony show, as they say. And now the Dead Man is no more. And what do we have left? We've got Mark Calloway, Michelle's husband, who, I feel like he's, enjoying his post-wrestling life, doing a lot of, love, laugh, learn kind of type photo opportunities with his wife. They seem to be, working out. I don't love it.
How's it going, brother?
Hey, it's going pretty well. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. This is a great week for me.
Oh, why is that?
Well, it's my week,
Your week? Is it your birthday?
Oh, that's sort of my anniversary week, It was 30 years ago.
Wait, who are we speaking to?
You recognize my voice?
All
right. How about this?
You kind of sound like maybe like a Bush brother.
The chaser of souls.
The who?
I am the weaver of nightmares, the heart of darkness. So declare, or be declared.
Is this Mark Calloway?
That's right, brother. It's me, Booger Red.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody said that you're looking for famous wrestlers to call in. Am I famous enough?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, you're famous enough. This is quite an honor. I can't believe you're calling in the wrestling club. Or you just, how do you even find wrestling club? Should I call you? What should I call you? Should I call you Mark or Undertaker?
How about this? Call me Booger Red.
I never understood that name. Well, I understand the red part because you have red hair, but what's the booger?
Hey, don't you worry your mind about that. It's 30 days of the Undertaker this Sunday. They're honoring me at the Survivor Series. I'm real excited. It's going to be a badass night.
I think it's going to be interesting. And do you know, are there any surprises you have planned? Is there anything you can tell us? Maybe a scoop you can give us about this week?
Well, this week, pretty uneventful. You know, I haven't flown out yet. We did have a fun car show. I'm down in Austin now. And we had a fun car show at the Whataburger parking lot. And, you know, I got to meet some of my neighbors and stuff. You know, just check out some classic hot rods and stuff. And I saw some of these cars are pretty badass, you know?
Oh, that sounds pretty cool, Booger Red.
And then me and Michelle, we went to this escape room down on 7th Street, and that was pretty badass, you know. They give you all these clues, and you're trying to get out of the room. You know, it was a little date night with me and Michelle. You know what I mean?
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. That's something I heard a lot of people like to do. They like to do these escape rooms.
That's right. You know, it's kind of like escaping a Hell in a Cell. You know what I mean?
Wow, sounds like you're really enjoying your retirement.
Yeah, and then me and Michelle went to. You ever see the "I Love You So Much" mural?
Sure.
It's beautiful. We took a real sweet photo. You can find that on her Insta. Not on mine though. I try to keep it, you know, light romance. You know, she's the romantic one. I try to keep, you know, some element of mystique around, you know, the Undertaker.
Wow.
But yeah, you know, we had a fun week. You know, just doing escape rooms and taking photos, eating barbecue. You know, doing our part to keep Austin weird, I guess.
Oh,
you ever been down here?
Yeah, I've been down a few times. I went for South by Southwest. I've always wanted to go to Austin. I went for Austin City Limits one year.
What year?
Oh boy, probably it had to be about 2008, 2009.
Oh damn! I went for the first time because, you know, I was on the road with WWE. So Austin City Limits came around 2019. I loved it. Like, you know, the wife, she wanted to see Mumford and Sons, and they were pretty good. But I'm watching this band. We got, you know, 8-9 people on stage. You know, they got all sorts of instruments. I'm like, who is this? It's an older guy, and you know, I didn't even know it was him. And then he started singing the song "Mandolin Rain." I'm like, God damn, I know this song. And then I was like, oh, who is this? And then he transitions into "That's Just the Way It Is." I'm like, damn, this is Bruce Hornsby in the Range, brother. And I just started losing my shit. It was so much fun. I love Bruce Hornsby. Really recommend when it's safe. Check out Austin City Limits. I got some videos on the YouTube. I'm always showing my friends those. But Bruce Hornsby, badass, you know.
I guess so. Undertaker. It all checks out. Honestly, it all checks out.
What do you do on the show? Did I eat a hot chip or something?
You can eat whatever you want. I'm drinking Red Bull right now. Maybe you got an energy drink you want to drink. You're a Monster guy, a Rockstar guy.
Well, I'm drinking this probiotic tea right now that Michelle got me on, and that's pretty healing. The years in the ring really did some damage, so I feel like I'm helping myself from the inside out. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, great.
But do you have any questions about it's the 30 years of the dead man?
Sure, I got a lot of questions. I just
I don't know if you saw me in People magazine.
I didn't. I don't subscribe. No, I don't read that one.
Well, go to any supermarket. You'll find a picture of old Undertaker.
I guess I'll get. I got some questions for you.
Yeah, and if anybody has questions for me, feel free to call in.
Or send us a text. You can also text 732-200-CLUB. Seem to be having a little trouble getting the phone line into the board here, so we're gonna have to, if you can.
Yeah, anybody in the chat?
Text.
If you have a question, I'm assuming there's a chat, right?
Yes, I think there is a chat. Can you see the chat? You were in the chat. That's how you found the show. So
yeah.
If you see anybody in the chat, feel free.
For the Undertaker, heck, I'm an open book. I've been doing all this media talking about, my matches. One thing I didn't get to talk about was I just got the best new gas grill. It's an Alfredo ALXE. It's 42-inch. And this whole summer, I wanted to do something with my porch. But we had to do some landscaping before, we could get that grill in. We got like a stone porch, it connects to the pool. And, I'm thinking, well, stonework, that's easy. Heck, I could do it. But, they got to get the cement in there and anything. So, I'm looking at this grill. It's ready to be installed, but I don't have the damn stone thing going on. So we're doing some yard landscaping and stuff. This is 2-3 weeks of this stuff. Everybody's got a different schedule now because of the COVID stuff, which is a myth. And finally they installed the grill, and I'm putting my stuff down. I noticed something rolls off the side. I'm like, God damn, this is on a slope. You can't have a grill on a slope. So, we had to tear up the cement. We had to redo the whole damn thing. It was about another 3 weeks before we could even sit in the fire pit again. So I just got to use this grill for the first time. We grilled up some veggies. Damn, it was good. It was good.
Oh, that's really interesting, Booger Red. I got some questions for you. I got some
pressure washing. Joseph Moore. I find it a little soothing. I get the old water gun out there and I clean the driveway, even though it doesn't need it, because I'm just always out there sort of meditating on it. I'm also on to then I'll post the video to Reddit, and sometimes those do well. People don't even know it's the Undertaker shooting that hose. Devin O'Shea saying, do I believe in Medicare for all? No. Matthew Lee said, do I ever play the N64 wrestling games? Heck, all these wrestlers now, all these young kids.
Well, we saw that, you were in that video playing 2K a couple weeks ago. You and your wife and your daughter were all playing. You didn't seem to do too good at that.
Well, all these kids now, back in the day, we used to go out drinking, go to strip clubs and stuff. And now all the wrestlers, they play video games. So, I'm thinking, I got to get myself in on this. Kaya got me into this Pokemon Go thing. And now for a limited time on Pokemon Go, you can catch a limited edition classic Undertaker-themed Ghastly, who is a dual-type ghost / Pokemon, poison Pokemon. And that will evolve into a Ministry of Darkness Haunter, and finally, a Dead Man Inc. Gengar. So you can check that on Pokemon Go app.
I got a question for you, Undertaker. You were, a full-time wrestler for over, 25 years.
Yeah.
Is there anything, do you feel like, maybe you stayed in the ring too long? do you ever feel like, you should have been with your family? You should have been with your grill. Do you think you made a mistake staying in the ring so long?
Well, that's a good question. I got this call, a few weeks ago. I'm seeing on the call already. It said from Santa Monica. Like, who the heck do I know in Santa Monica, California? So it turns out it's UMG. You know what that stands for?
UMG, United Music Group.
Universal Music Group.
Oh, that's
okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, heck, I've never sung before, but I'll give it a try. They're like, no, we want you to be the subject of a themed 12-song album by this guy, Jack Johnson. And I'm like, well, I know the boxer Jack Johnson, but I don't know a guitar player named Jack Johnson. So I open up the Apple Music, and I put on this record, Brushfire Fairy Tales, and 2 songs in. I'm like, hell, this is pretty good. And then I met up with Jack. He came down to Austin, got some BBQ, and we kind of came up with this idea. It's a series of campfire ditties loosely based on the Undertaker IP. It's called The Last Ride. Jack spent a lot of time kind of crafting these. I mean, he's a craftsman. You're talking about master craftsman. This man crafts perfect songs. And, it's just him and a guitar and some special guests. We got Damian Jr. Gong Marley's going to be on the album. And he's got this song, Dead Man Jam Rock, which I love dancing to. I got an advance of the CD, and I put that in. I'm just kind of dancing this sort of reggae beat. And we got another cameo by this guy, Michelle. What was his name? The guy, G-Love. And he's got this song called Peace, Love, and Choke Slams. And I don't sing on it, but I do scat on it. You want to hear some?
Sure.
BBT, R.I.P. Getting you.
Wow, that's pretty good. What do you think? What do you think, Undertaker? On the Jack Johnson or Kid Rock?
Jack Johnson for sure.
Wow.
I mean, Kid Rock was badass. Don't get me wrong.
He was an American badass. Just like you.
We got some questions in the chat here. I'm looking at, should people go into $500,000 in debt because they had to be in the hospital for 2 months with COVID? Not my problem. What if you went to the strip club, got COVID, and had to go on a ventilator for 2 weeks, charge you $24,000? Again, not my problem. Joseph Moore saying, why'd you leave your gloves in the ring when you wrestled Roman? I thought that was going to be my retirement. Because I saw this young guy, Baron Corbin, come in, and I was like, that's the guy that's going to carry the torch.
Oh, you like Baron. How you're a Baron.
Lee is asking, was Paul Bearer a great manager? I don't know if you saw, WWE Network's been doing this thing, 30 Days of the Dead Man. Did you see this Mortician documentary?
Sure. Yep. I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah. Were you a Paul Bearer fan growing up?
Of course I was. Yeah, Paul Bearer was great.
Paul Bearer, he loved wrestling, but he also loved 7-Eleven's mini tacos.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
So that's why I've teamed up with the beloved American food and convenience chain to offer the mini taco of darkness. It's a black mini corn tortilla stuffed with seasoned shredded beef and purple tomatillo salsa.
Hold on, Undertaker.
Available 24/7 at every 7-Eleven location for the month of December. Supplies last. Isn't that badass?
Well, it's not that bad. Well, it's kind of badass in the way that people that are badass break the rules. This is a WFMU affiliated show, so we're not allowed to sell anything.
That's fine. It's actually not going to be me selling it because I talked to the people at Digital Domain in Playa Vista, and they've made a digital hologram of Paul Bearer, and he's going to be going on the road to 7-Eleven parking lots in the Bay Area to promote this new mini taco of darkness.
Wait,
so the members of the WWE Universe out there in Alameda, Marin, Napa, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Sonoma, they all get a chance to see Paul up close and personal. So just check 7-Eleven on Twitter. That's the number 7, the word 11, and you can get the schedule Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven.
Oh. Well, that's good. I can't believe that's good. That's good for you.
Devin O'Shea's asking, do you think that you should be able to unionize? Hell no.
Not a union guy?
I mean, I'm making enough money. I don't need to join a union.
Well, what
Vince
about
McMahon,
what about the wrestlers that don't make as much money as you?
Well, they should. You know what? I actually made quite a pretty penny on this. Endorsement thing I'm doing. Look, COVID-19's hit us hard this year, so I'm teaming up with Hillenbrand for a one-time only promotion. If you want to live like the dead man, then you better die like the dead man. Get yourself an official WWE licensed Undertaker The Last Ride casket. It's got custom black and purple.
Hold on. Are you saying this is your COVID sale?
I mean, COVID's hit everybody. People need caskets more than ever, brother.
Wait, I thought you were kind of out to, you were a little bit skeptical of this virus.
I mean, look, this is people are dying. I'm not going to say if I believe COVID's doing it or whatever, but I mean, whatever, you're going to need a casket.
I guess we're all going to die.
Celebrating 30 years of digging holes and taking souls. And it could be a fun part of gift for any member of the WWE universe in your life. And if you take a picture of the funeral with the hashtag Last Ride Casket, you'll be entered in for a one-on-one Zoom chat with yours truly. Hey!
Well, that's good, right? Undertaker. You know what? I mean, everybody's got to make a living. You
badass.
Yeah, that's badass. You're a badass. You are.
Joseph Moore is asking in the chat, who's a better man, businessman, Vince McMahon or JBL? Oh, man, that's a tough question. I could say both are great men in their own unique ways. But Vince, he's taking care of all of his wrestlers.
So Undertaker, you're going to be on Cameo. And, a lot of the wrestlers now have to leave Cameo. And a lot of the wrestlers, have to give up their podcasts and their Twitch channels. But you're going to be on Cameo with WWE. You got Bruce Pritchard has his own podcast. What do you say to the fans and the wrestlers who say that there's a double standard at WWE?
Well, I'm confused because WWE put me on Cameo. So, I mean, all they need to do is they need to talk to WWE.
Yeah, but if you were on Cameo,
I'm getting $1,000 a pop for this.
Well, you're not getting $1,000. WWE's getting $1,000. You're just getting a percentage.
I mean, they're paying me much more than $1,000.
But you could have a Cameo all on your own. And you could charge whatever you want and keep all the money.
I have a fun question for you. Consider this a hypothetical.
Okay.
Because you're talking a lot about, unions and employment and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if The Undertaker took on a new career selling auto insurance?
No, I've never wondered that.
Well, we got an answer for you anyway. There's a brand new limited edition branded Quibi series called Death Flow. And it is me and Progressive's Flow. And you can catch episode 1 in employee orientation. It's live right now. It's one of the final QOs, Quibi originals, before the app shuts down next month. And hell, it is so GD funny.
Wow. Undertaker, I retirement's not going so well for you, is it? You kind of missed the spotlight, I bet. Probably wish you didn't leave your gloves in the ring that time, huh?
Well, first, I had many matches after I left the gloves in the ring.
That's true, yeah. You're probably going to have many appearances after your big finale this weekend, too, right? Like, we're going to see you at WrestleMania next year. We're going to see you at WrestleMania the year after that. Am I correct?
Yeah, facing Corbin.
Oh, what a match. That sounds like what are you guys going to do?
They announced it on a... Oh, no. I don't know if I'm going to be in the ring again.
Why?
This is my farewell this weekend at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but you've had plenty of farewells before. They haven't always stuck.
This is the real one. Savio's going to be there.
Your best friend, Savio Vega.
Yeah, I haven't talked to that man in what, 30 years.
I mean,
20
I just
years.
watched. I just watched Survivor Series 1995, where you teamed with. I always thought it was weird that you teamed with Savio Vega,
Hey,
Henry
Bay.
Godwin, and
Bay.
Fatu. But it turns out you just did that because they're your friends.
Bay. Sorry. Bay is calling. I gotta go. Take care of my woman, if you know what I mean.
Mark Calloway, formerly known as The Undertaker here on Wrestling Club. I think that's where we're going to have to leave it. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We'll be back next week with a whole new show. And until then, for Brett, this is Darren. Thanks for tuning in to WFMU's Wrestling Club. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.